Emergency market update. I'm literally between cities right now, but Bitcoin has found a low under 100K. There's exploits in hundreds of millions happening in the crypto space, but even among all of this, there is still money to be made, and there is still niches that are outperforming the market with airdrop opportunities as well as specific niches. Let's see what those are. There's one thing that can be said about this cycle. It is that it's been definitely defying all expectations. We've always had bullish Octobers, and this one was completely the opposite. The liquidation week from October 10th actually took the Bitcoin price all the way down to 103, which ended up being one of the most crucial levels to hold. However, it has been since broken, and at the moment we can see that the Bitcoin dominance and USDT dominance are both up only for the last 30 days, and it might signal a super unorthodox situation where the 4-year cycle might actually be broken. There is a slim chance we actually see a bottoming out in Q4 2025, going into a bullish 5-year cycle in 2025. Bitcoin dominance currently sits around 60.65%, and USDT dominance is almost 5.5%. So that's all good and great, but what can we all do about this? So first thing I always do in situations like this is very simple, very straightforward. Go in the filters tab. It should be by default show 100, and just see what tokens in the top 100 are outperforming the rest. In this case, we can see the narratives for the last couple of weeks have been very straightforward, very simple to read, and that was privacy and perpetuals. Of course, reading just the charts does not tell the whole story. For example, Aster wouldn't have this price action if CZ hasn't shielded the living a lot of it, basically a couple days ago, saying that he's still buying this token, which caused a massive pump, obviously, that was not sustained. Then you have Zcash, which there's a lot of FUD going on X, that there's like an exit pump going on. It's just artificially inflated price. But regardless, you can say it for one or two tokens, but when a whole narrative is being pushed forward, then it is a lot easier to make judgment. However, if we take a look on the top 500 category, we will see that there is similar yet different groups that are outperforming. And in the top 500, it is as clear as day that AI is still top dog and is still outperforming the rest, as it has when virtuals first started rallying a couple weeks ago. Of course, moments like these, when there's the most FUD on the market, when there's the most uncertainty, it is invaluable to be able to talk with people who have been through this before and who sometimes can recognize some patterns that just keep repeating themselves. I'm not saying that this is just like the bottom. It is very likely that it's going to be a sell-off in Q4. But again, if you just want a simple insight with people who understand this space, whether it's from Airdrop's perspective, DeFi, or even just general macro, we have some serious veterans of this space in our Discord, our private community, going strong for almost 3 years. And if you want to take part, all you have to do is check the first link of the description of every video, and here you can find monthly, yearly plans, as well as an application that will keep you organized, mostly for airdrops.
Hey crypto fans, as airdrop hunters and crypto enthusiasts, we are constantly in risk of being scammed from protocols and people that want to drain our wallets and enter into our computers. That is why we partner with proxy sellers for our proxy services, and the great about their services is that you can select many crypto-friendly countries, and you can even mix a package of different countries for your proxy services. You can select many of the different proxy options, including your residential proxies. And it's super easy to get it. You just select the country, then you can put the amount of proxies that you want. Let's say that I am farming with 10 wallets. Just click on buy, and here on redeem code you can put a referral CCS15, and you can see how the price downs a 15% for all these proxy services and 10% for residential services. So don't wait anymore, be safe as an airdrop hunter and crypto enthusiast, so you are always in control when you are online. Use our CCS15 refer code, and first link in the description is your link to get your proxies with us and proxy seller.
So another key thing to consider is the DeFi space is as flimsy and shaky as ever. We've had two major exploits just this week. Balancer suffered an exploit of more than $100 million. And there is another one with Stream Finance, which had a bit of a whoopsie for 93 million as well, causing its stablecoin to depeg dramatically in the last couple of days. So what does this mean? Well, might be a good idea to just de-risk from the market a little bit if you're overexposed in many different areas, maybe it's not the worst idea to consolidate your positions into slightly more blue chip-ish tokens until the dust settles. We still don't know if any of the big players went down on October 10th either. So if we end up finding out who or what entity that was, then perhaps that's going to draw the market even lower. There's people who believe that Bitcoin might even reach 70K, but again, this is something that MicroStrategy has to worry about a lot more than we do. Right, so with all the disclaimers and pessimism aside, what can we actually look forward to and what can we learn from these last couple of weeks? There have been categories actually that have outperformed, and if you take a look at top crypto categories on CoinGecko, we can see what was clearly obvious in the market section earlier. AI up 50% in last 24 hours when everything is abysmally low. Basically no gains on the weekly, but when everything is crashing, AI is outperforming. Also, privacy, as mentioned before, Zcash leading the charge, whether it's an artificial pump or not, we will see with time. One thing that has remained true all throughout years is that when markets start doing super volatile stuff, then perpetuals usually generate the most fees, and it does seem that the underlying tokens are also holding really well. It makes me very happy to see Hyperliquid 9% up on the daily when everything is going very, very rough. The rest of the tokens, Aster, whether it's an artificial pump or not, it went from 67 to 61 since the start of this video. So we will just have to wait and see if CZ, Shilling, and the Binance support can push this to even higher market caps. And there's other perpetuals here like Mix Finance, Antis, and FX, which might have a 80 cents bottom. We will see. And finally, the anomaly from yesterday that also makes 0 sense was Momentum staying very true to its name by simply outperforming the market dramatically. Like this price action made 0 sense. We were looking at this and understanding how is this going to a billion in market cap day one when everything else is going completely the other way. But yeah, at the moment, this ends up being a bit of a smaller airdrop than expected, but people with the Momentum NFT deeds should be getting their allocations on November 7th. So hopefully that will be a little more than peanuts, which was just the launch. And to wrap things up, we have some Infinex updates. If you've been collecting or participating in the ecosystem, collecting some XGP, make sure to send it to your Infinex accounts by November 9th, because at that point, after November 9, you will not be able to transfer it and it is going to be effectively worthless. So you will be able to replace your XGP for various different benefits. For example, 200,000 XGP is going to be one patron, but if you have something left over, it's going to be for the upcoming crate run. That is a wrap for all the updates for today. For everyone in Southeast Asia, make sure to stay safe with this crazy typhoon Kalmayagi on the horizon. But for everyone else, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, I'm waiting for you in the comment section below and in our Discord. And until next time, have an amazing day.